You get about half of what's in each of those.
Oh gosh, okay. Hello, Kilters! This is Kelly Thomas with Off Kilter Kilts. We are doing a bonus episode of Fireside Dram with our Master of Malt this year single cask whiskey advent calendar. And JT has left me the first 6 to try, so happened to be able to stop by the store today, so I'm going to do that. And we are going to start with the Donbeggen, Tomatin 20-year-old 1996 single malt Scotch whiskey. It is 46% alcohol by volume. Okay, we are going to go as light a pour as possible on this. It's still midday. Honestly, first smell, it smells like Jameson. Like it's got that same level of very light smokiness, but just a touch. But I don't smell any caramel or anything like that. This really has a it smells like Irish whiskey. Okay. It's day 1, so I'm anticipating they tend to get like really, really, really awesome towards the end. First one, I'd say it's smoky, though whether that's this or the million fires burning outside, not sure which. It's nice. It's smooth, and it sits on the, I wouldn't say smooth, cancel smooth. It's got a bit of a kick to it, and it stays in the middle of your tongue, to the front. Yeah, smooth is not the word for that. It's got a bit of a burning to it. Don't know that this is one of my favorites. We'll try with the chocolate. They gave me chocolate. They gave me chocolate cake. I can't find any one flavor profile in there that I can think of, because I guess smokiness is as close to anything that I can find, because it's not peaty, and it's definitely not caramely or sweet in any way. A harsh Jameson? I'm so terrible at describing for you guys. He's probably much better at this. The second is very young. It is Master of Malt English Whiskey Company 5-year-old. So it's 2010. You just came and stole my day 6. English Whiskey Company. So 5-year-old single malt. Make sure that there is plenty for all the other adventurers that are going to come do this. Oh, so immediately. Oof. There's definitely notes of caramel in this one. I'm kind of odd. Oh, you know what I didn't do with the last one? I always put a little drop of water in mine. Although maybe I should try it without it first. Just because I can. Ooh. Ooh, that has a nice, that immediately warmed up my tongue. Let's see if I can. Thanks! I'm going to try to do this a little nicer with a bottle cap to put just a teeny splash of water. I always like to do that. It kind of opens up the flavors of the whiskey, in my opinion. I usually do my whiskey on the rocks. If I can get a big, like, sphere or cube in my whiskey, that's the way I prefer to drink it. But if not that, then just a splash of water, because if it's on the rocks, it gets too watery too fast. You know, for a 5-year-old, this is pretty. It's pretty developed, and once I added the water, it was less. I'd say less caramel, and more depth to it than that. A little more intense, a little more smokiness. But it's not bad. I'd say on same level as the last one, where it's not exactly smooth. It's a little bit harsh. But this one's very, very warm all around and has a really great depth of flavor to it. I like that. I like that one. I feel like that's like a bottle that I could easily afford, but actually just sit and sip, as opposed to a cheap bottle that you just throw in your whiskey gingers. Oh my gosh, I just realized I'm a whiskey ginger right now. I am my favorite drink. I think that's hilarious. Alright, so this is day 3. It is the Malt Whiskey Company Glenrothes? Glen. I don't know. You guys tell me. It's backwards for you. Does that work? Isn't that what professional people do? Like, they put their hand there so it'll show. It's an 8-year-old from 2007. Which tells me all of these were gotten in 2015 for some reason. 8-year-old 2007 single malt. This one is 64.1. I forgot to say on the last one. The first one was 46. The second one was 65.3. And then this one's 64.1. That would explain why this one had such a warmth going through my whole mouth right away. That would make a lot of sense, because it was, 50% stronger than the last one? Ooh, I'm gonna like this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to like this one. Oh my gosh, it smells like caramel candy. I don't even want to drink it, I just want to sit here and just have it under my nose. Oh gosh, that smells awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is easily going to become a favorite. Nope. There we go. That is lovely. I'm not even going to add water to this one. It's already so... Oh, it's got that sweetness to it. It's only got barely a hint of smokiness, but I feel like that's just the alcohol content in it. I really like this. The Malt Whiskey Company. I'm gonna have to look into this one. I really, really like this. Nom 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 nom. As JT would say. Nom 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 nom. Oh, this is. Oh yeah. The things we do for the store. Such hard work. Alright, next step. The Single Malts of Scotland. Oh, and it's in such pretty writing. Ledaig. 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 11-year-old 2005. Single malt Scotch whiskey. This one is going to be kind of in between the other ones. It's 56.8. And there is, I should have done this with the other ones. Yeah. Why won't you focus? There we go. That's as close as I'm going to get, I think. Thunder, is the thunder. Poof, poof, poof. Lightning, thunder. This one's got a nice, very, very gold color to it. Oh yeah. This one's a little darker than the others, but that would make sense. It is 11 years old, as opposed to 5 and 8. This is very peaty. There is a distinct... If you don't know what peat smells like, I would almost describe it as like mix the smell of a burned out campfire and rain on asphalt. Mix those two together and you've got like the peat smell. It's very, very, very specific. And some people love it. I'm usually iffy on it, unless it's a very old one. Ooh, that was unexpected. It has a very sweet onset. That was, it tricked me. I was expecting one flavor and it was something completely different. It still definitely has a very peaty taste to it. But it's so, it changes. Depends on where you sip it. If you sip it with the front of your tongue, it's like just such a sweet onset, but as soon as it hits the back of your tongue, it goes immediately peat. I'm definitely gonna add some water to this one. I'm so curious what it does to it. It smells fresher almost. I like that. I like that with the addition to water. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of disperses the flavor for you instead of just being kind of single note. Mm-hmm. the finish on that is just so very right there. Just peat. So repetitive. I should probably take a class in this. I'd probably learn better ways to describe what I'm tasting and the sensations that are happening. Okay, that was the 11. So now we are on 5. Day 5, that would make sense. And this one is the Drinks by the Dram Blanton's Straight from the Barrel 52. And it is 64.8% volume. Are you zooming that way? Maybe. I don't know. This is a bourbon whiskey. Ooh, yes you are. I smell orange. Mmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's got immediate, just this beautiful aroma of citrus, but very specifically orange. This just makes me want barbecue. you give me anything bourbon. Oh, it's nice. That's smooth. That's very smooth. That would be absolutely perfect with a rack of ribs. Like, give me some sweet baby back ribs with that. If I had some with me. Oh, I could have too. Could have gotten short ribs today. Darn. I had the opportunity and I didn't even know. You have that with the chocolate. It just makes it this dark chocolate orange. You remember those ones at Christmas that you whack and they split into the different orange, the orange slices? Like, these two together takes me right back to that. Mm-hmm. My mom and I used to get those. That's nice. That one's a really good one. I think, what was it? I think the 8-year-old was still my favorite so far, right? Yes. The Glenrothes, the one that I couldn't pronounce. So this one is so interesting. This is the one that they did earlier. And here's just for kind of reference, what most of these, this is usually about the color of it. Here's this one. It is so clear. I mean, and then you look at this one, which was the last one I just did, the bourbon. That's really dark. And this is just almost like just barely tinted water. So I'm very curious about this one. It is the Clondenny single grain Scotch whiskey Port Dundas, Dundas, 12-year-old single grain Scotch whiskey. It is 50% alcohol by volume. I am so intrigued. I'm going to... This already has a little bit of a smell to it, so I'm going to smell straight from here. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it smells a little bit like just alcohol. Not really. There's like no other notes to it, I don't think. That might change when I pour it. What is happening here? I'm very confused. My nose is very confused. Just a slight sweetness, but almost nothing. It's almost like there's nothing in here. My brain is so confused. There is whiskey in front of me, but I don't smell whiskey. I don't know what to think about this. I'm a little nervous. I'm very confused. It is slightly sweet, so that what I was smelling, it does have that little bit of carameliness. Is that a word? I feel like it should be a word. Carameliness. It has that bit of caramel to it. The flavor is just so light. It's really clean, I think, is the way that I would want to kind of describe this. It's got such a... It's on your tongue and then it's just gone. It has maybe a little bit of lingering in the back, ever so slightly smoky, but whether that's specifically this one or if that's kind of like the combination of what I was having before, that seems to be all that I'm grabbing from this. I can't get over just how light it is in there. Like, this would be one that I don't want to have the chocolate with it. I wouldn't want to have anything salty with it. I wouldn't want to have bread, anything. This would be, you're sipping this, you're having this alone, because I think otherwise anything you would have would mask it. I'm very, this intrigues me. I guess, the color kind of, the lack of color kind of gave a hint that it wasn't going to have a whole lot of flavor to it, and I guess that was true, but the flavor that is there is pretty nice. Yeah, you could down a shot of this and be like, where did that go? What was that, a shot of juice? No? I mean, don't do that. These are nice whiskeys, we sip them. What's wrong with you? This is an interesting one to end on. My brain is a little confused about this. I haven't decided how I feel about it. But, that's it. Ooh. Well, until I see you again, sláinte, and be well, wear your kilts in good health, and I will see you again soon. Bye, Kilters.